And here, I'm live again. Hey there, I am standing on the show floor at the Moscone Center in the fancy, F5 booth. You can see me, you can see us talking about some cool stuff at the booth this week, and I'll have some stuff about what we're doing and maybe some of our partners and some of the other things that are on the show floor I'm going to try and cover as well. But I did want to recap a couple things that we had.
3514, hi!
We do have a couple things. I did want to talk about one of the things that I did this afternoon. Hey, Robin, how's it going? I got a person live now. That's cool. So I did want to talk about the event I did this afternoon at BSidesSF San Francisco. It was on the HTTP security headers. So it was actually kind of interesting. So if you're familiar with some of the things that are near and dear to my heart, certainly the ability to add things like HSTS, so HTTP secure strict transport security is something that's pretty important, and something that I definitely encourage all of my customers to use. So that's the HSTS header. Learned actually something new I didn't know about that. It actually there's a tag where you can actually preload your HSTS header as well. So that means that even if somebody's never visited your site, there's actually a file that gets loaded in the browser itself, and that browser that file is a list of all the different sites that need HSTS turned on. So even if someone's never visited your site, then the site itself will still force it to go to HTTPS. It's kind of cool. And you can see the lovely F5 logo behind me. There you go, Robin. And the other thing that we went through was content security policies, or it was a content security profile. Sorry, so CSP. Got some in-depth information. So there's a really good presentation that the guy put together on CSP and how to configure it. Learned a lot about CSP, which I like, and some interesting stuff about fail open and fail closed. Look at that! The show floor is opening. Look at that. You can all hear that, but the show floor is opening. And maybe I'm just going to flip around here and I'll show you the F5 booth. There we go. Well, all that noise is going on. Hopefully, Robin, you can still hear me if you're still there. The other thing that with content security policies, it was kind of cool how he showed us how to define security configurations for known sources, like code sources, which is kind of cool. And they sort of talked about if say a new foobar one came out and how to handle things that you may not know at all. Looks like a good collection of all the top vendors. Yeah, it is. It's I don't know. There's 50,000 people at this show, Robin. So it's pretty well attended. But yeah, the CSP was pretty powerful, and it actually has some good controls that you can do inside your browser. So again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to link the guy's Twitter handle and the presentation. The presentation is available online, so I'm going to make sure I put that link in the description because there's some really good things that you can learn in there. So I'll be broadcasting this week as I get some interesting conversation with some people. I'm actually going to do a little bit of a demo of the heads-up display for the OWASP SAP. So that actually is available now. I confirmed that the GitHub repository you can download it, and I got some interesting things that there was also some stuff using. And I'll talk about this in my next feed, but some interesting things about using the MITRE attack database and the CVE database, and actually a natural language processing engine that a data scientist wrote, and she walked us through how you can actually learn what you might be compromised or you might be vulnerable to when you may not even know that the CVE relates to you. So the natural language processing actually goes through those two different databases and matches them up quite nicely. So I'm going to do a post on that. I'm actually going to probably pull that up tomorrow and maybe do that live. So I'm looking forward to showing that, and maybe we'll get a few people on for the live feed. Well, thanks for joining, Robin. Thanks for watching, everybody else, and we'll see you at the show. Thanks. Hey, like and subscribe.